Paulie Nichols, coin roll hunting and gaming variety. My channel for 4 years on YouTube was predominantly coin collecting. Now I'm gaming and probably should have started a new channel. What are your thoughts on that, Walt?
Actually, I could actually speak to this one as well, because I also have another YouTube channel. And we discussed this before we started this channel, because I was doing what Dale and I call hero videos, where I was solving people's solutions for live streaming or whatever over on my other channel. But it really didn't fit the character I was playing. And literally, I was playing a character. So I wasn't myself. And at the same time, I'm trying to help people with their live streaming. So that's when Dale said, hey, we need to start a new YouTube channel. So yes, if you already built up, here's the thing. Think about it this way. They play your favorite show every Friday night at 5 p.m. You don't miss that show unless you have the flu poo. There we go. We'll call it that, the flu poo. So all of a sudden, though, you tune in Friday night at 5 p.m. expecting to see your favorite show, and all of a sudden they're playing some soap opera, and worse yet, it's a Latino soap opera. No, I'm just kidding. I actually, the Telemundo.
Bro, you need to record your apology video right now.
Yeah, right there. We're about to do a retraction. So at any rate, I used to actually watch the Telemundos when I was studying Spanish in college. But at any rate, so my thing is you're going to be butthurt. You're going to be like, where is my favorite show? So you got to think about it. If you were streaming, or say just creating content over on your YouTube channel that was specifically about coins, and then all of a sudden you start playing Call of Duty, how about all those followers you built up? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you had 100, 25, 1,000 or whatever. You got to think, those people are loyal to you. They're tuning in to see you talk about coins or about your coin collecting. So all of a sudden you start gaming on it or whatever. You should have created another channel. Now, I don't know how long you've pivoted, but it's not too late. You could probably go in there, start a new channel. And Dale, is there a way that they would be able to, they would probably have to download each individual video for the actual gameplay, and then transfer it over, upload it over onto your new channel. And then once you do that, scrub them off your coin collecting channel, and then keep rolling. And that's the other thing too, that will keep you from getting burnt out. So not only you're doing gaming, but you're still doing the coin collecting or whatever, saying that you're still collecting coins, hopefully.
Yeah. And I would imagine, Paulie, you probably can crush it in that field, man. It's definitely a great niche audience and people that want to look forward to it. Paulie goes furthermore, being new to Twitch, but prolific in computers since 1983. I feel you need to take a class to learn all the ditties on Twitch. That's true. Like we have
the lingo is different. Yes. The lingo is different.
The lingo,
chat is
the
different.
features are different. Like, and I think if they could just declutter some of that stuff and just get it on out of there.
So, Paulie, I will tell you what I did before and this was, like I said, this is back in the early days. This is back when we were still using OBS Classic. I probably watched Twitch for a good solid 3 months before streaming on it myself. So basically I found channels that I liked, that entertained me, for whether the person just had a good personality or they were a good gamer or whatever content they were providing. And I studied them. And now what that doesn't mean I didn't go imitate them, but at the same time, I seen what made them tick. And at the same time you start to pick up that lingo in chat. You start to find out what works on Twitch and what doesn't work per se over on YouTube or say Facebook Live. So that is the thing. Twitch is kind of a different animal in itself, because the fact that it's not mimicking YouTube and because of the fact that it's not mimicking Facebook Live. So I wouldn't say you need to take a class on it, but hey, guess what? We have a lot of videos on Twitch here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe and hit that follow button, or click that bell icon. And maybe
he knows what he's talking about most of the time. Paulie says, ouch,
96%.
156 gaming videos. Woo! Glad you have super high speed internet to download. Yeah.
Okay, so how many do you have of the coin? So in other words, what I'm saying is if you have less coin collecting than you do gaming, then just retitle that channel, keep the gaming over there, and then download your coin collecting videos and then start that channel over there. Maybe retitle it something different or whatever, and just basically kind of give everyone a heads up. Maybe shoot a video beforehand saying, hey, I've moved my coin collecting over to this. Either way, whatever's going to be easiest for you.
Paulie, big shout out, man. I'm loving hearing some of this stuff. I'm glad to know I'm not alone. And Caleb, I know you're hanging out still, so you share the same struggle. Phoenix Storm Gaming says, hey, new here, but yeah, even on Twitch, it sucks no matter how much grinding I did for 3 years. Still, since 2017 to 2019, I saw no growth. 15 views was my limit. Twitch does suck. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. And every now and then when a stream would be good, it'd be like, I'd be like 30 people would show up. I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is incredible. And I'm like, this is going to last forever. Yeah. That didn't happen.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too. You're going to have to put a lot more work in versus with YouTube, because the fact that you have YouTube serving the search functionality, Google serving the search functionality, and then the fact that they're actually serving it up if you're consistent with your uploads or your live streams. Where Twitch, you got to jump into other social media platforms such as Twitter or Instagram to build a following over there to say, hey, I'm throwing a party over on Twitch. Come join me. So just sitting there and grinding, like I said, those days of grinding it out on Twitch are no longer there, guys. I'm telling you, trust me on this. I used to do it back in the day. It was feasible and functional back then. You used to be able to do, I would have to say that's how I built, I would say probably 3/4 of my following were those longer streams, Dale, over on Twitch back in the day when you would get up, you would go to bed, I'd be streaming, you would get up and I was still streaming.
Right. Yeah. You're casting a wider net, obviously. Phoenix goes on to say, glad I moved back to YouTube where I started in 2019. I hated Twitch. My viewers was streamers or regulars. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes you're just streaming to streamers. And ultimately, you don't want to just be streaming to streamers. You want to actually have people who are legitimately looking forward to your content, not just because it's like, well, I just want to support streamers. That's fantastic. But is that?
Oh, yeah. I was total anti streamer supporting streamer thing, which don't get me wrong. It does help to have a tight knit circle of other fellow streamers, just as here on YouTube. It does pay to have a tight circle of other content creators. But at the same time, that will only get you so far when it comes to on Twitch. Matter of fact, I would probably say that having a tight knit circle on YouTube actually probably pays off more than it does over on Twitch.
It does. So many collaboration opportunities.
Collabs.
Hey, folks, just so you know, we're going to be doing this every Friday indefinitely. Walt and I just said, okay, life has been a little less crazy for the two of us, so we're going to be back in the saddle. So make sure you mark your calendars every Friday. We're going to be playing around with times. 11:15 might be the time. It just depends.
Feels good.
If you're enjoying this, make sure that you hit the thumbs up and, of course, hit the subscribe button, because next week we've loaded up for the next 10 weeks. Live content. We're also going to have some of the pre-recorded content that you're going to be learning about live streaming. We're really trying to provide you guys with as much great value as possible. So speaking of, what we're going to end up doing is something I do over on my podcast channel, which is answering comments live. So Walt, go ahead and share that beautiful bean footage. Let's go ahead and start answering. And if anybody's watching this right now, and I see there's about 5 of you hanging out, if you have questions, load it up inside the chat. It doesn't matter what you got to ask. Just go ahead and ask it, and we're happy to answer.
I had to make sure to close the browser that had Telemundo running. All right. Still doing a callback to the Telemundo punch down. All right. So let's see here.
We'll just go ahead and answer. Zoom in just a little bit on the stuff. It's really fine detail. So if someone's watching this on mobile, it'll be almost impossible. There you go.
How's
Much
that?
better. Way better. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so that's the other thing too. So if you drop your comments after our live stream is done or whatever, and I don't answer them right away, you're almost guaranteed that these are going to get answered during our next live stream. Okay, so somebody just said basically very useful. This was Dale's video on the Rode SC6 review. Is this breakout box worth it? Dale, real quick, is it worth it?
It's dirt cheap. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely worth it. Sorry to spoil it if anybody wanted to go watch it, but it's like literally like a 3-minute video where I show the unboxing and actually a demonstration. And I actually have it right here on my desk in front of me.
You see who left that comment, right? Shout out to Live Stream Universe.
Our boy, Ross Brand. Yes. You know what we should do? We should just call.
I know. Ross. I feel bad because I just gave him the generic reply. Glad to hear that! Exclamation point.
So yeah, here's my breakout box. Little tiny thing. I got to get this in front of my face. Come on, zoom. There we go.
There it is. Right. There it is.
So it's kind of nice. You actually have the plug for 2 mics and then 1 for the headphones. So if you need to do playback, because if you're plugging this inside your phone, unless you actually have Bluetooth enabled, there's no way for you to hear the playback. So having playback available on this little box, and I can't remember, it wasn't very expensive at all, like $5, $6.
So it's great if you're using it to create content with, say, an iPhone, or live stream with an iPhone, because the fact that, like Dale said, you could plug in the 2 microphones. So for instance, we used to go up on your old apartment on the roof, and we would shoot a lot of our intros that way.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on here. All right, this one's on better than Zoom, best free alternative for Zoom. Cool beans. Thank you for this. I have a question. What are the best tools for video meetings with great sound quality when it comes to song streaming? Okay, both for 10 people and more than that. Does Restream do a good job of it? Is there a solution I could use on an iPad without the need for a laptop? Okay, so first off, I'll say that if you're looking for a better sound quality, I would probably stick with the laptop before I would go with the iPad.
Yeah.
But then again, that's assuming that they're the source of the music. So I don't think they're streaming this per se, Dale. They're talking about getting a bunch of their friends. It'd be like you and I getting in there and like, hey, this new album came out. Check this song out, and we're both listening it to together.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. What do you feel would be best? Obviously, here's going to be my answer. I don't think Zoom's going to cut it.
Okay, this is going to shock you when I tell you Zoom will work and Restream will work. You just need to go into the sound settings and remove any kind of audio compression type issues. But it could start to turn into a real train wreck, because if you're doing it on Zoom and other people don't have their audio dialed in, it can definitely be compressed. Here's the thing is, if you end up recording while you're doing that, forget about the audio being any good, because it's going to compress that track again. So Zoom's good to a certain extent. So you just got to make sure that you're dialing in your audio before you go on there. Remove anything like echo cancellation, any type of compression type features. This is going to work the same for Zoom and Restream. It's not going to be the greatest quality. If you really want to do something that's going to be good quality, you're going to probably have to use OBS and go right to this, because right now I'm streaming at 48 kilohertz. Now it's getting delivered out at 44.1 for my sound, because we are using Restream right now, and it does kind of, again, compress that down, but I'm happy with the sound quality.
Okay, so we have another one here. Most of these comments sometimes are just people giving us heads up. I like to say on this live stream, we always appreciate kind words. We also get chuckles at people that try to correct us. It's like they have better things to do with their time than to try to outbrain me. OBS Studio Gate Capture 2020. So this is one of our older videos. Thanks. I'll need this. Okay, cool.
As soon as you're done on this little comment here, I got a question for you.
Okay, shoot it off right now while I type in on this.
Okay, so JN Rice Cake says, should I run a dual monitor on a single PC so I can read comments and see alerts? I'm really new to streaming. Absolutely, JN. I right now I actually have 3 monitors in front of me, and if you count my Mac over here to the side, that's 4 monitors. Here's what I do is, like, right now in front of me, my main monitor, I have OBS set up, and then over here on the left hand side is where I have like Zoom, where Walt's on and he's doing the screen share, and then above that on the other monitor, that's where I have all the comments. Now I can still do comments through OBS, but if I want to go, say, directly to YouTube where I have it opened up here, I can be able to go up and do that. So 2 would probably be more than sufficient, honestly.
Yeah.
Just put OBS on one side and your comments on the other.
And here's the thing. If you are strapped for cash, pawn shops. I can't tell you enough.
Yes.
I when I started out, I instantly went to 2 monitors. I just went to a pawn shop and literally for $15, I bought a 19-inch. Now, true, it wasn't the wide screen or whatever, panoramic screens, whatever you want to call them. It was the old school 19-inch. Not that it was still flat, but it wasn't CRT or anything like that. But definitely, I would always recommend, even with laptop, trying to get a second monitor involved in it. And if you can't swing any kind of cash like that or whatever, you could always open up a phone, that kind of stuff. I think Dale, actually, I think that's how you were doing it initially before you went dual monitor, correct? You had the single monitor and then you had their phone.
Yeah, I just opened up the phone for comments at that point. Yeah. So Jay and Rice, if you're not being able to, thrift stores, honestly,
thrift stores too. Yeah,
you don't necessarily have to have the highest quality monitor. I actually had my sister-in-law gave me one that was like 720p, and yeah, it was a little bit like straining on my eyes, but I didn't, have to stream too long. So I didn't use it, but for that reason. But Jan Rice actually says, should I care if my frame drops in game? That's what's going on right now. Your call, Walt.
So what's going on now?
Should I care if my frame drops in game? That's what's going on right now.
Oh, are they the ones that want to add the second monitor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. If you're already having frame rate drops, it depends. What what graphics card are you running it through?
That's true. Graphics cards can make a huge difference.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. Now, it's not going to pull a massive ton off there unless you're, you're running like in 4K or something like that.
I used to do it
144 hertz.
Yeah. I used to do it on my Mac, and it didn't really change too much as far as the resources go. So if it's dropping frames, you're probably going to need to look at your graphics card and
upgrading your graphics card or tuning down the settings.
That's it. Yeah, your settings are probably way too high. Yeah, I know a lot of people out there really want to go with the highest resolution possible when they're going and streaming, but you have to be realistic with the rig that you have.
There's nothing wrong with 720. There's nothing wrong with 720.
Yeah.
There's a lot of YouTube video. I literally watch it on my bedroom TVs, and it's super huge. It's like a 50-inch, 55-inch or something like that.
RTX 3060 on a 1080p.
Okay, yeah, drop it down to 720. Yeah, drop it down to 720. Don't run 60 frames a second. Believe it or not, you're going to find that it's really not going to make that huge of a difference. And if you're providing content that people want to see, they're not going to care. The one thing that's going to drive people away quicker than anything else is a horrible sounding microphone. So if you're going to spend any kind of money first, I would make sure that you have a decent microphone so people can hear you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it really getting that second monitor is not going to hurt it that much. It's just, turn your graphics down, try running at 720p, 30 frames a second. Also check whether you're running OBS Studio, Streamlabs OBS, make sure you got the settings tuned down also for that. So in other words, what I'm saying is you don't need like say 10,000 kilobits per second upload, when you're not needing that overhead. So, bring it down to like say 3,500 kilobits per second upload, or even 4,000, and try with that. So tweak only one thing at a time. I have a lot of people, they hit me up all the time, and they're like, hey, I changed this and this and this, but now it's doing this. Do you know what's going wrong? And it's like, dude, you just changed 5 different things. I don't know your whole rig setup. Yeah. So
Terrence brings up a great point. He said, frame drops on a 3060. Do you have sufficient bit rate? So Terrence is very knowledgeable. Have you been watching Terrence's channel lately, by the way? He's been putting out some killer videos.
I'll tell you what, that's what I was going to say. I was going to shout him out. Definitely check out Inside the Lab, especially when it comes to like graphics cards and all that goody stuff. This guy, he blows me out of the water when it comes to that knowledge base. So yeah, I'm glad he's there. Boy. Thanks, Terrence.
We got to bring Terrence in one of these live streams.
Yeah, we got to get a collab. We keep talking about that too. We just never seem to. Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the next one here. Will this work? Okay, so this is my Capamon. This is actually a really it's still, this video is old, but people still love it. They keep coming back. I'm gonna say this: I love my Capamon pets, and at one point I was addicted, and I was constantly buying them because they really didn't have an affiliate program. So the guy that made Capamon just kept giving me free pets. But then once he stopped giving them to me, then I started buying them. So it was almost like Pokemon. I had to catch them all. But regardless, so Capamon is a little pet, sits down at the bottom of your live screen or top, wherever you want to put them and stuff. And he basically, he's a pet. He'll greet people when they come to the channel and they start talking. He'll answer. You can set him up to answer certain keywords, that kind of stuff, or respond to certain keywords. He'll dance for donations, that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. It's a really cool thing. Unfortunately, it does not work for YouTube. It only works for Twitch. So this person is asking, will this work for Twitch Studio? Here's the thing. I do not know, because the fact that I'm using it as a browser source in OBS Studio. So I'm assuming since Twitch Studio probably has access to a browser source, then technically it should. Make sure, here's the one thing, a lot of people kind of mess up on this, is make sure you give your Capamon admin rights inside your chat. So once you do that, once you give it admin rights inside your chat on Twitch, and you have that overlay set on the right level, that's another mistake that people make. They put it in there and they have it buried underneath all these other overlays or sources within their OBS Studio or Streamlabs, that it gets buried, and they're like, well, why can't I see my Capamon? So yes, like I said, if Twitch Studio has browser source, then yes, technically it should work. Awesome. All right. Then we got this one here.
Bro,
it's responding.
You got to write the dang comment in there to answer the comment.
Oh, okay, well,
you just went through all that right there. Let's go ahead and type it on out.
Oh my God, I could come back to that later. Okay, we'll keep it short. If Twitch Studio has browser source, then it should. Misspelling. Yeah, that's what $89,000 in college paid for. Technically, should work. All right. You good keeping it on chat, right? While I'm looking at this.
Yeah, I'm actually looking over here. For me in Twitch, when I used to stream, I stream in 720p for the time I stream in 2017 to 2019. Absolutely. This was actually David Foster from Live Streaming Pros had recommended to me a long time ago. I used to nuke my Twitch channel. Yes, I would do like 1080p, 60 frames per second, and people would come in on mobile and they were just like, I don't know what's going wrong. Like it just
that is the key. That is the key right there. People come in on mobile. That's the thing. So Dale, he forks out a pretty good chunk of change when it comes to his cell phone. Me, I buy like $100 cell phone, and I keep this sucker for like 3, 4 until the battery won't hold a charge anymore. So that's the thing. You got to think there's a lot of people out there like me that are thrifty and will put more money into their PC rig or streaming rig or whatever, but not put as much money into their phone. If I'm watching on my phone, I'm out and about on the go or whatever, and I see, oh, Dale went live on Twitch. Oh yeah, I'm just going to get nothing but buffering. And you know what I do? Bounce. See ya.
A lot of people are going to roll
out.
Yeah, they're not going to be patient. You know, that's one of the things. If you get a lot of buffering or if you got garbage sound.
Like I said, 720p here. That's the thing. People, it's almost like they want to flex. And matter of fact, now, Dale, everyone's pushing for the 4K. Notice I cleared my throat for you on that one. So the thing is 4K is great too. But the thing is yeah, I know you're not at 4K right now, but my thing is it's great or whatever, but you also have to keep in consideration where are your audiences watching from? What devices are they watching on it? You don't want to cut a lot of people out there. And I'm telling you, 720, it's not, like I said, I've watched plenty of Twitch streams on my TV. I watched plenty of YouTubes on my that are on 720. It doesn't look that bad. My thing is if the content is entertaining me, I don't care. Now, if it's if it's below 720 or whatever, and it's pixelating and it looks like blur-tastic action going, yeah, I'm out. But I have a feeling that once you stop flexing a little bit, drop that down to 720, you're going to find out that it's really not that bad. You're not going to have too many people come in there, and if they do, they're trolls anyways.
Yeah, you're not going to make them happy no matter what. You could go in 4K and they're still probably going to hit you.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this one. Twitch affiliate tax interview failed. How to fix the glitch. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know. I hate answering these comments on this one. We have so many, dude. I don't even know off the top of my head how many videos do you think we have on the Twitch tax interview video?
5, 6, maybe. Yeah.
No, I think it's more than that. I think we're like up to 8 now because you got to count. You got to count the shorts too.
Yeah,
you got to count the shorts. So we have so much information on these, and here's the other thing too. If they just scroll down sometimes and read the comments, they'll find the answers there.
The answers are there. Yeah. Everybody in the
scroll down. Just scroll. I've even highlighted it. I've pinned them. Matter of fact, I took our pin out of one of ours and pinned somebody else's solution to it. Okay. So they say, never mind, fix the step 3 problem I had after 10 times of doing it. So obviously they probably asked me a question and I didn't get to them back. Yeah, it was edited 6 days ago. So they got impatient with me. They did it 10 times, but they fixed this step. So obviously they probably watched the video maybe 10 times and they probably finally figured out the answer, or they read the comments. So I'm just going to put glad to hear.
There you go. For sure.
Any other comments on the Twitch?
Yep. Half my viewers was on mobile too. When I started on 1080p, people had issue to view me. That's why I heard of this transcoding stuff. Yeah. Transcoding will make a huge difference, but you get the transcoding to a certain extent through affiliate. Am I wrong in saying that, Walt, or am I misspeaking?
Yes. Unless they changed it with just recently, but yes, it's similar to like Facebook or whatever. Once you get the affiliate status, it unlocks that for you. I don't know. They might have changed that now though, because the fact that
Yeah.
it is a much easier to get affiliate now. So I don't know. Who knows? They might just give it to everyone.
Yeah.
But I do know partners for sure. Partners definitely get the bells and whistles, and they get front of the line service when it comes to. So I think what it was for affiliate, it was if the bandwidth was allowing it when Twitch was initially hitting that growth spurt where they couldn't serve it out to everyone. So some people would get it and some people wouldn't.
Yes, affiliate does get transcoding. I just looked it up real quick here. So that's great. And anybody that doesn't know what transcoding means, it means the flexibility to be able to stream at various levels. So for some reason, someone's watching on mobile and it's kind of going, they can always drop it down.
They can drop it down on their end. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in some instances, it'll automatically go to what's best for that specific device. All right. So we got another one of your Twitch affiliate interview ones.
Okay. Yes. So this one's on a different video, Twitch affiliate tax interview under 18. Okay. Now these ones, I don't mind so much because these people are under 18. They're still, they got the smooth brain going on. The wrinkles quite aren't there yet. So do I need to do a retraction on that one too, bro? All right.
Apology video.
I'm at step, sorry guys, I'm in rare form today. I'm at step 4, but it keeps asking for my birthday and I'm under 18. I already put my parents' information. Okay. Wrong. Unless it specifically asks you for your parents' information, do not put that. Pretend this is your first job. Pretend you went into McDonald's and you interviewed for flipping hamburgers in the back and they gave you the job and they hand you over the piece of paper and they say, okay, put your information on here, put your social security on here, this and that. You have to put yours. You're not going to put your parents' social security. You're not going to put your parents' name when you're working at McDonald's unless there's a space that asks for it. But my thing is it is your first job. This is the reason why, and it doesn't matter whether you live in the UK, Canada, or whatever. It is for Amazon. Amazon is a billion-dollar business. They have to answer to the IRS, the tax man here in the United States. Therefore, they need your tax information.
Yep.
So that way they are covering their butts. Now, what you do with that is up to you, and that's between your parents and your tax pro that you go to, depending on your region, because that's the other thing too. We get asked a lot of questions like, oh, while I live in Turkey, we don't have to pay taxes here. What do I do? You still have to fill it out. Yeah. Yeah, you still have to fill it out. I don't care.
We don't know what the steps are on that. And if you're using your parents' information, then you're going to have to use it all the way across the board. Because I know some parents out there probably don't feel safe in parting ways with their kids' social security number. So if you're going to use your parents' information, you got to use it all the way across the board. And here's the thing. If you're a minor, guess where that money's going to go to? It's going to go directly to your parents. So I would say you might want to make a strong argument in your favor of, hey, could we use my information? Now, this is not my way of saying that you should or shouldn't do that. Speak to a qualified tax consultant. Someone like a CPA is great, a certified public accountant, or even a business attorney, because getting like this type of information about taxes from two nincompoops online, that aren't qualified in this is not the best option. So we would recommend contact a qualified tax consultant so that way you know the proper steps. All right.
Yeah, I think that was pretty thorough.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right, so here we go, Dale. Oh, this is one of your faves here.
I caught this one. So I have a Zoom H6, but it seems to only work if I plug in a line out, but it gives me tons of mechanical whine. Do you have any idea what I can do? Contact Zoom. I like literally that's really going to be my answer.
And initially when I read this,
I would say
I brought it
put
up
in
to you.
Sounds like a lemon, reach out to Zoom. Zoom is very responsive. They're a very good company. I never have whine at all with mine. It doesn't do that whatsoever for me. So it could be also the mic. If you're using some JoJo freaking garbage mic, like, hang on a second. Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
Where's our boy at, dude? Where's our boy, huh? You got the Castries.
Oh, yeah.
Castries.
So for those of you that are in the channel right now or watching this on the replay, if you don't know, we did a video on this. Did it launch already?
I don't know if it's launched yet, bro. Yeah,
I don't think so. So I think
we're launch today. Actually, you scheduled everything on Fridays. We need to move that, I think.
That's true. So
JN Rice Cake
or
says,
they just get a double feature.
JN Rice Cake says, thank you for all the advice. JN, I appreciate you coming and popping on in here.
Make
sure, of course, that you hit that little thumbs up. It really does help us out tremendously. Is that the last comment?
Yes, that was the last comment.
Hit held for review. Hit held for review.
All right.
Warning to everybody. we are not responsible for what is said in here. So PG family friendly might be off of the table here because we
Not
get
safe
some
for work.
ugliness.
All right,
here we go. Held for review.
None. Okay.
Nothing. All right.
It's usually where we have our ugly ones, but sometimes they're quite hilarious.
Okay, you could go ahead and stop the screen share, bro.
All right.
And so, folks, I don't think we're going to go ahead and belabor this any longer. I think we're going to go ahead and start to wrap up today's broadcast. Of course, today's broadcast is brought to you in part by the fine folks over at Restream. You can get yourself free access today to this multi-streaming platform when you visit our affiliate link at livestreamingtech.com/Restream. Also, after your first stream on there, they give you a $10 credit, which I believe on the pro plan's like $14 per month. So it'll literally pay for almost your whole first month, or you could just stay free. We're happy with that either way. We like Restream. We're currently using it because we're streaming to where, Walt? Where are we going?
Streaming to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, our Facebook business page.
Yep.
And Twitter. Are we on Twitter too?
Nope, we're not on Twitter.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Sadly, I think didn't Periscope close its doors like at some point? Maybe we should talk about that someday.
I don't yet.
Hey, folks, we're going to be here same time next week, so make sure that you come over and join us. In the meantime,
check out this video here.
Well, you probably shouldn't point up all the way up there. Point like right here.
Right here?
Yes,
okay,
right there. So
right
check out that video. YouTube wants you. And of course, subscribe to us. It would mean the world to us. We're going to keep waving at this and looking really dumb into the camera. So thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We appreciate it.